global online retailer Light in the Box is retesting the waters of the U.S. capital markets, becoming the first Chinese company to list in the U.S. this year. Chinese companies have been cautious about listing in the U.S. after a series of accounting scandals involving some Chinese firms. Karina Huber has the latest on the story.
It's Light in the Box's first day of trading at the New York Stock Exchange. Shares priced in the mid-range of $9.50 a share and closed 22% higher. The offering helped the online company that sells everything from wedding dresses to fishing rods raise just under $79 million.
There are a lot of investors who participate in this market would be very technology savvy and understand the internet. So that's the primary reason why we choose to get listed in the U.S. market.
Light in the Box isn't likely to be the only Chinese company to list in the U.S. this year. Travel website Qunar and computer chipmaker Montage Technologies are reportedly considering U.S. listings. This marks a turnaround. U.S. capital markets had recently dried up for Chinese companies. According to Deal Logic, between 2009 and 2011, 67 Chinese companies had offerings in the U.S. A year later, there were only 2. Accounting scandals at Longtop Financial and Sino-Forest caused jitters among U.S. investors, and regulators began calling for greater access to Chinese financial records. Chinese law forbade it. But Chinese and U.S. regulators recently signed a memorandum of understanding that could ease tensions.
It's non-binding. It's not a contract that obligates either of the regulators to do anything, but it provides a pathway for future cooperation, and that is signaling to the market that the door may be opening again in the U.S. for Chinese IPOs.
Another encouraging sign is the performance of the 2 Chinese companies that listed in the U.S. last year. VipShop Holdings, since it began trading, has risen more than 400%. And when it comes to social media company YY, it is up almost 150%. Now, those are impressive returns that U.S. investors may find hard to ignore. Karina Huber, CCTV, New York.